from barter to Bitcoin, the evolution of money. Welcome to our exploration of how the evolution of mankind is mirrored by the evolution of money, particularly through the lens of Bitcoin and digital currencies. You see, just like the cosmos, the realm of finance is governed by fundamental laws, principles of exchange, value, and trust. For millennia, humanity has been on a quest to refine these systems, constantly seeking better, more efficient ways to interact and trade. Think about it. Early humans didn't start with credit cards and complex financial instruments. No, they relied on the most basic form of exchange, barter. A farmer might trade a bushel of wheat for a blacksmith's handcrafted tools. It was a direct exchange of value, but as civilizations grew and trade expanded, the limitations of bartering became glaringly obvious. Imagine trying to buy a chariot with a flock of chickens. The logistics alone are mind-boggling, and that's where our story truly begins. The need to overcome the limitations of bartering sparked a chain reaction of innovation, leading to the creation of coins, paper money, and now, in the digital age, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Join me as we unravel this fascinating narrative of human ingenuity, exploring how each evolutionary stage of money reflects our deepest desires for efficiency, security, and interconnectedness on a global scale. The barter days, trading chickens for chariots. Let's travel back in time to a period long before iPhones, before the internet, before electricity, a time when the barter system reigned supreme. Imagine a bustling marketplace filled with artisans, farmers, and merchants, all engaged in the delicate dance of negotiation. A potter, eager to trade his clay pots for a new set of leatherworking tools, had to find a leatherworker willing to make that exchange. Sounds simple enough, right? But imagine the challenges. What if the leatherworker didn't need any more pots? What if they couldn't agree on a fair exchange rate? How many pots equaled a set of tools? These inefficiencies were compounded when dealing with perishable goods. A farmer bringing his harvest to market faced the risk of his produce spoiling before finding a suitable trade. The barter system, while functional on a small scale, simply couldn't keep pace with the growing complexities of human civilization. As societies expanded and specialized skills emerged, the need for a more standardized and efficient system of exchange became undeniably clear. It was like trying to build a skyscraper with Stone Age tools. Humanity needed a technological leap in the way we transacted with each other. Enter currency, coins, notes, and the standardization of value. And that's where the invention of currency comes in, a true turning point in human history. Instead of relying on the cumbersome barter system, civilizations began to develop standardized forms of money, first in the form of coins and later paper notes. These early currencies, often backed by precious metals like gold and silver, provided a universally recognized store of value. Now, a merchant could sell his wares for a certain number of coins, confident in the knowledge that these coins could be used to purchase other goods and services. No more haggling over the relative value of chickens and chariots. A standardized currency streamlined trade, allowing markets to flourish and economies to expand. The invention of currency wasn't just about practicality, it had profound social and cultural implications. It fostered trust among strangers, facilitating trade between individuals who might have otherwise remained isolated. Currency, in a sense, became the lifeblood of burgeoning civilizations, connecting people and fueling economic growth. The digital age dawns bytes over banknotes. Fast forward to the 20th century, an era marked by unprecedented technological advancement. The invention of computers and the rise of the internet ushered in the digital age, transforming virtually every aspect of human life. And money was no exception. Just as the printing press revolutionized the spread of information, the internet revolutionized the transfer of value. Digital banking emerged, allowing individuals to access their accounts, make transactions, and manage their finances with a few clicks. E-commerce platforms flourished, connecting buyers and sellers across vast distances, further blurring geographical boundaries. However, while these digital advancements undoubtedly improved efficiency, they were still largely built upon the foundation of traditional banking systems. Centralized institutions remained the gatekeepers of financial transactions, often charging fees, imposing restrictions, and acting as intermediaries in the flow of money. It was clear that the digital revolution, while transformative, had yet to fully permeate the very nature of money itself. Chapter 4: Bitcoin, a paradigm shift, decentralizing the flow of value. And this is where Bitcoin enters the scene, a radical departure from traditional financial systems. In 2008, a mysterious figure or group of individuals operating under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto introduced the world to Bitcoin, a decentralized digital currency built on a revolutionary technology known as blockchain. Imagine a digital ledger distributed across a vast network of computers recording every single Bitcoin transaction ever made. That's blockchain, in essence. This decentralized nature means there's no central authority controlling Bitcoin. No banks, no governments, no intermediaries. Transactions occur directly between individuals, peer-to-peer, without the need for a middleman. This has profound implications. It means lower transaction fees, faster processing times, and greater accessibility, particularly for those who are unbanked or underserved by traditional financial institutions. Bitcoin, in a sense, democratizes finance, putting the power back into the hands of the people. Chapter 5: Trust and Transparency, the blockchain's immutable ledger. But what about trust, you might ask? How can we be sure that Bitcoin transactions are secure without a central authority overseeing the system? This is where the true ingenuity of blockchain technology shines. Remember that decentralized ledger we talked about, the one that records every Bitcoin transaction? That ledger is not only distributed, but it's also immutable. Let me explain. Each block of transactions added to the blockchain is cryptographically secured and linked to the previous block, forming an unbreakable chain. To alter a transaction, one would have to alter every single block that came after it, across the entire distributed network, a task so computationally improbable as to be virtually impossible. This inherent security and transparency are at the heart of Bitcoin's appeal. The blockchain eliminates the need for trust in any single entity, instead relying on mathematical algorithms and the collective power of the network to ensure the integrity of the system. It's like having a public notary verifying every single transaction, ensuring accountability and reducing the risk of fraud. Chapter 6: Banking the Unbanked, Bitcoin's Potential for Global Inclusion. Now let's shift our focus to the global implications of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Imagine a world where access to financial services is no longer determined by geographical location or socio-economic status. That's the promise of Bitcoin, a truly global currency accessible to anyone with an internet connection. Consider the billions of people around the world who are unbanked, lacking access to basic financial services like savings accounts, loans, and remittances. For these individuals, traditional banking systems are often inaccessible or prohibitively expensive. Bitcoin, with its low transaction fees and peer-to-peer nature, offers a lifeline, a way to participate in the global economy, send and receive money, and build a more secure financial future. Furthermore, Bitcoin's decentralized nature makes it resilient to censorship and government interference. This is particularly significant in regions with unstable political systems or limited financial freedom, where Bitcoin can provide a hedge against economic uncertainty and empower individuals with greater control over their own assets. Chapter 7: A Cultural Paradigm Shift, Embracing Decentralization and Technological Empowerment. The rise of Bitcoin is not just a technological phenomenon, it represents a broader cultural shift, a growing desire for decentralization, transparency, and individual empowerment. Just as the internet decentralized information, giving individuals access to a wealth of knowledge previously held by gatekeepers, Bitcoin is decentralizing finance, shifting power away from centralized institutions and back into the hands of the people. This movement is driven by a growing distrust in traditional systems, a desire for greater transparency and accountability, and a belief in the transformative power of technology. It's a movement fueled by individuals who are comfortable with the digital world, who value innovation, and who are willing to challenge the status quo. Think about it. The way we consume media, connect with each other, and even order food has been fundamentally transformed by technology. Is it any surprise that money is undergoing a similar evolution? Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are not just about changing how we transact, they're about changing how we think about value, trust, and the very nature of money itself. To Chapter 8, The Future of Money, on the cusp of a new financial frontier. So where do we go from here? What does the future hold for Bitcoin and the world of cryptocurrencies? The honest answer, my friends, is that we're still in the early stages of this financial revolution. Just as the invention of the internet paved the way for countless innovations we couldn't have imagined at the time, Bitcoin is laying the foundation for a new financial frontier, one that is still being explored. Imagine a world where smart contracts, self-executing agreements written in code, automate complex financial transactions, eliminating the need for intermediaries and reducing the potential for disputes. Imagine cryptocurrencies with enhanced privacy features, allowing for greater anonymity and control over personal financial data. Imagine a global economy where cross-border payments are instant, seamless, and affordable, fostering greater economic interconnectedness and opportunities for growth. These are just a few of the possibilities that lie ahead. As with any emerging technology, there will be challenges to overcome, regulatory hurdles to navigate, technological advancements to be made, and societal adaptations to undergo. But the potential is undeniable. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies represent a fundamental shift in the way we think about and interact with money, and their impact on the future is likely to be as profound as the invention of currency itself. In summary, the evolution of man, driven by the quest for improvement, parallels the evolution of money from barter to Bitcoin. Each step in this journey, from the crude exchange of goods to the sophisticated algorithms behind blockchain technology, reflects humanity's desire to create better, more efficient systems. We've moved from the limitations of physical goods to the fluidity of digital assets, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Just as our ancestors couldn't have foreseen the rise of credit cards and online banking, we can only begin to imagine what the future holds for money and finance in a world increasingly shaped by cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Will Bitcoin become the dominant global currency? Will new, even more revolutionary technologies emerge? These are questions for the future to answer. One thing is certain, the evolution of money is far from over. As we venture further into the digital age, one thing remains clear: our relentless pursuit of progress, our drive to find better solutions, will continue to shape the future of economic interactions and societal structures as we know them. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey.